Matthew Purnell. I've been a Rama Year for 6 months now. Being a Rama Year, it's like more so as to, being the person to initiate something and say, I'm going to take care of this or I'm going to do this. Like if things need to get done, then you're that person to do it or take lead for things that need to get done around camp or anywhere else. So what Rama Year really means to me is that you're this person that people can look towards to be directed or for advice, or like if you need something to do as far as like putting them in certain roles. That's what I see like Rama Year is. And also you're like this big role model for other people who are potentially trying to be in that position that you are trying to be. Typical day can be 3 different things. It can be either work day or 2 to 10 with the staff assistants, or you can be on retreats. So a typical work day is coming at 9, typical 9 to 5. We come and do our morning huddle, talk about things that need to get done around camp. We may have a staff assistant pair with us for some work experience. And then we like debrief them at the end of the day as far as job coaching goes. 2 to 10s are mostly for our relationship building with the staff assistants, getting there, build relationships with them, kind of like a peer-to-peer thing. More so it's not like staff to peer. So just that they know they have someone that they can talk to, do fun things with outside of their own staff, or even just have someone to talk to, and we come in there just to build those relationships with them. So they can have people outside of their staff that they can come to talk to. It's really building trust with them. Well, I have to constantly remind myself that I'm always on, so everything that I do is shown, and it can be picked up. So I need to constantly remind myself that these behaviors, my own behaviors that I have, I need to make sure that I'm mindful of them, because it can be a negative influence on the person I could be role modeling for, who I can be the roommate to. So it's a constant reminder that even when I am off, I have a job to do because I want to be held to the best I can be. So having a roommate is, I want to say, it's challenging because I have someone here who came here to learn something or learn a set of skills, and that I'm a part of those set of skills. So I need to role model as far as body language, my own language, professional skills as far as work experience. So in that sense of always being on, it can be quite difficult because it's no downtime, even in your own room, because you have a roommate, and that's a shared experience because they're going to pick up on things that you do. So in a sense, it is a challenge, but it's also fun because, again, you're always building relationships with them, and it's also kind of like a mentor thing in that they can come to you with things to talk about, and then you're there to give them advice or just try to direct them to do better things. And I want to say that it's very special because I've never been given the chance to actually be a mentor to someone or be that role model for them. So it's challenging, but it's also rewarding at the same time. We get a sense of who the participants are, we go over their goals, we talk about them in the meeting, and then we plan what activities that we want to run with them, whether it's high-end energizers all day or problem-solving initiatives, getting them to put on the harness and go up and climb and do high ropes, getting them outside of their comfort zone so that they can expand them and say, hey, I came here to this beautiful 250-acre campus, and I have done something I've never done before. And also having team building so that they can build a stronger community within themselves and then have that transference and take it back home with them to say, I've learned something new here, and I can take it back with me. It's a great experience. It's a lot of work because you wear different hats throughout this entire experience, and that you're going to grow regardless if you don't see yourself growing, because you're always building relationships with so many different people here. And the experiences that you do gain, you're going to take them with you for the rest of your life. And so if you're going to become a Rama Year, I would say, for that year, this will be an entire new chapter in your book. So just scratch it, have a blank piece of paper, come in, and just be ready to learn and absorb.